Hi everyone. Well, I think a lot of people are wondering what's going on in Florida, but some things are so freaking obvious. And just want to ask you a question. Do you think Scott Israel looks like this guy? Do you think this could be him in a younger day? Just wondering, okay. Comb the hair back, etc. Similar nose. Similar sort of mouth. What do you think? Anyway, before I show you that, I want to show you something else to consider, okay? This girl here, Alexa. Now, Alexa Miednik, she was a former student at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Former. So why do people keep calling her a student? She's a former student. And then another thing I want to mention. Look at the sky. The sky is obviously dusk. Okay? It's dusk. So the shooting happened in the afternoon before 3 o'clock. Okay? So what was she thinking? She would go back over to the school and just check it out and smile after 17 people, and all these people are 17 people killed and all these people are wounded. And then she talks about being in her class when she's not even a student there. She's a former student. She already graduated, yet she talks about being at that school. And then running into Nikolas Cruz, who isn't even a student there either. So bizarre. Okay, so sunset time in Miami is about 6:20, between 6:20 and 6:30, something like that. So the reason I question this is because when the fires and when I was in Santa Barbara and the fires and the floods were happening, I was told to get back in my house by police. Yet 17 people are killed at this school, and she can go back by the school at dusk, like 6 o'clock in the evening. Seems like the police would keep everyone away. Okay, another thing is, here's one background for her, and here's another background in this one. So it's two different backgrounds. So two different angles are shooting her, unless these backgrounds are fake, right? And then another thing is, if you watch this, okay, let me find one that's kind of long. Oops. Oh my gosh, the computer gets away from me. Okay. Oh yeah, one other thing. Did you notice that Nikolas Cruz has red hair? Who else had red hair? James Holmes at Aurora, he had red hair. So what's with the red hair? See, reddish hair, reddish hair, reddish hair. And one of the news reporters mentioned he had red hair when they were arresting him. Okay, now, let's see how long this one is. Just want to show you this one so you can watch her eyes, okay? Okay, here is one, a different angle. So people, I don't know why there are different angles. Okay. 13:25 minutes. Okay, let's just watch this, and I'm going to turn the sound down. Oops. Stop it. Because I think this is just like all the rest. But, okay, watch. Oops. Watch her eyes. So she's not even looking at the reporter. 90% of the time she's looking over this way and her eyes are going back and forth like she's reading, like she has cue cards. And also notice that when she knocks like that to show that she knocked on the door, this is like an NLP storytelling thing. It gets into your subconscious, the story. And then if she is a former student, why does she say my classroom? So look how often she barely looks at the guy. And then the big smile. Okay, can you imagine going back to the scene of the crime at evening, smiling that big, and talking about this? So why does she never look? She's not even facing the reporter, hardly. She's facing another direction. So the other camera must be pointing over in this direction. Smiling. It's impossible. Totally freaking impossible. Okay, so I did look up her name and a talent thing came up, but there was no information on it. So it just said she's 17 from Florida, 3 feet 5 inches, something like that. So it can't be right. But even usually when you point, like, okay, look at this right here. She's pointing to the other side of the building. Okay, shots came from the other. She didn't even look to where her hand is pointing, but usually people do that, you know. They go. Anyway, I just thought you should notice this, that she's not looking at the guy. Okay, now another thing is, see, as former student at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, so this is wrong. Totally freaking wrong. Even the guy that interviewed her, before he shows his clip of her, he says, I talked to former students. Now, where's that guy? The guy, this guy right here. Okay, so we can look at it. So you know I'm not. So you know I'm telling the truth. Okay, wait. Get the, alright, so here it is. Okay, now listen to what he says. Come on.
We just spoke with a former student, Alexa Medic.
See, we just spoke to a former student, Alexa Mednick. Okay, former. So it's getting out of control. Okay. People talking about she's a student, Nicholas was a student. Now I want to show you something else that is totally crazy also. Okay, this kid here, he, sorry, this kid here, he is a student journalist or something, and he's begging the government to take action. So he's talking to CNN, okay? And he says that, oh, she is horrible, this person. She's really like a witch. He says that this janitor here, he says this janitor helped us. And he says he. Yet in this article it says calling her actions heroic. That's why this is written by AI also. These stories. Sorry. I have to clear my throat because it's like a morning voice, you know. Anyway, so calling her actions people who are writing articles, real people, don't get this wrong like this so much. So many things are wrong. And this kid is so adamant about guns, like he had it all prepared, way ahead of time. Not only that, he interviewed students during the shooting. Can you imagine? So all these kids are about to die, and he's like, can I get your views on... Okay, look. Can I get your views on guns in America? Uh-huh. So let's go there. Okay, come on. Well, it doesn't want to go. Alright, here it is. Okay, so they're in the dark, in the quiet, and he's interviewing students about, and they're saying, oh my gosh, this has just got to stop. And they're not freaking out.
So what's your message? So what's your message?
Okay, it seems like I have more than one going on. Sorry. Okay, well, you get the idea, right? Okay, just have to get rid of that. Okay, well, anyway, you get the picture, right? He says, I'm talking to a former student. She has, okay, now I'm going to show you this picture, where this picture comes from over here. This, and it looks a little bit like the sheriff. Oh, here is, by the way, we'll just put this in, Miami sunrise and sunset. Okay, February 14th. Sunset 6:13, complete, 6:37. So that's when Alexa was over there. And they're allowed to go out near this school where 17 people were killed. I doubt it. Okay, in Summerland, when I was there, with the, as I said, with the floods and the fires, lockdown, roads closed. I was told to get back in my house when it's a closed area. Didn't they close the area off here? So anyway, this is Israeli school security, Gidon system. And where is Sheriff? Here he is. They look similar to me, but I could be wrong, okay? I could be totally wrong, but they look similar. Okay, sorry for taking so much time on this video. I spent a lot of time hunting, not really hunting down, I just like start following things like, wow, that's interesting, and start looking around. And then, it's hard to put together a really nice video and make it look really good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Many blessings. Be careful. Take care. Open your eyes and realize what's going on, okay? Oh, and then also let's look at Alexa's, let's see, Alexa, okay. Alexa, former student, okay, she's, okay, explore talent acting profile, Alexa Miednik, 17 years, but there's nothing on there, okay, but still they have her name. Why do they have her name? So, think about where she's looking during that interview, the different angles. She looks like she's reading. You watch her eyes, okay? All right, thanks for watching. God bless. Nothing is as it seems, okay? Bye for now.